Today we're replacing the lower control arm and ball joint assembly for this 1998 Chrysler Cirrus. So first we're going to obviously jack the car up, and then we're going to remove the wheel. We got this little cover here. And then we got these 19mm nuts. Alright, so first we have this bolt right here. Just choosing this bolt arbitrarily. It connects this fork to the bottom control arm. It's a 15. And the other side, the nut, is a 18. So I thread the nut on to protect the thread so I can hammer it out. Go, a little stuck. So I'm just going to take a punch and put the punch in there so I can hammer this out the rest of the way. There we go. Now it's really important. You see how this bolt has these ridges right here? The head of the bolt needs to go in the same spot as it was taken out, because these little ridges mesh with the casting. And you don't turn this part, you always turn the nut. So make sure you put that in correctly. Alright, so for this job, I actually need to remove the rotor to get to the ball joint a little easier. I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to remove the caliper. It looks like it's held in by two 10mm bolts. Okay, so I should be able to pry this out of there. And then put this off to the side. I'm actually, I usually hang it on the strut tower, but this is a different type of suspension, so I'm going to tie this up with a wire. Okay, the caliper is tied up, so I'm just going to remove the rotor. Alright, so this is the reason why we had to remove the rotor. There's this little plate here that's covering the ball joint. And I guess you could have probably bent it back, but I don't feel like being such a hack today, although that would work. So these are 10mm, so we're just going to loosen these guys up. Not to say that I wouldn't bend that, because I absolutely would. Just not today. Alright, there we go. Alright, next we have this 18mm nut that holds in the sway bar. And I can't get my big impact in there, so... Oh man, that's on there tight. Oh man, I'm gonna need a cheater bar for this. But I don't have enough room to swing it. There we go. Oh. So this is one of those ones where you need to hold it with an Allen and then loosen it with the wrench. I really hate these because they lead to problems a lot of the time. So let's move this so I can get a wrench on that. There we go, so we'll do that. So I got this wedged up against the body. And this is flexing a lot. I'm gonna get some penetrating oil. Alright, now I have a ratchet holding this. Hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Whoops. Turn the right way. guys always give me trouble, but I got it wedged up against the frame. This is a 6mm Allen, by the way. Not sure if I said that. That was a doozy. Okay, so I believe one of the control arm bolts is this one. This is the one we need to remove, and it's a 15mm now. Sometimes these have a tendency of being a pain and stripping and turning without loosening and things of that nature. Alright guys, what happened was the nut on the other side of the subframe, it was spinning. Luckily I could get to it and didn't have to cut anything away and then re-weld it like I would have normally had to do. So I got a wrench on it from the other side, 19mm, and this 15 right here, and I'm slowly removing the bolt, but it's a huge pain in the ass. So I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, well, the top of the bolt rounded off, so I'm gonna have to cut the head off and then remove the bolt from the top, which I think I can do. It doesn't slide all the way through because there's a burr on it. Let's grab it. Huh. I don't know where it went. There it is. It got rounded off. You can see it. Gonna need a new one. Alright, next we have the other ball joint bolt right here. It's an 18. Hopefully this one doesn't give us as much trouble. Oh, it's looking real good. Thank God for this. Why, engineers? Why do you do things like this? Come on. What's the guy gotta do? Okay, my camera is set very precariously, so I hope it holds. So we need to remove the cotter pin. I just used a pair of these cutters here. So, hope you can see. Just gotta bend the pin back and then pull it out. Where's the other one bent? Oh good, the other one's straight. Okay, so now we just grab onto this end. Give her a little pull. Use leverage here. It's the easiest way. There we go. Now I can grab onto it and use leverage. There we go. Let's get this bolt out. Okay, this is a 21mm. Ooh. There we go. It goes through. Oh boy, this ball joint is in bad shape.